In the old days, when you wanted to find court documents, you would need to go to the court clerk's office and have the docket number and ask to see the docket and look at it and find the specific document and ask the clerk to retrieve it from the filing cabinet or the banker's boxes in the basement. Fortunately, now we have electronic tools. And so we're going to rely on two major sources for the locating dockets and the associated documents. The first is going to be the court electronic filing system and case management system. And that's usually abbreviated as CMECF. And each court will, for the most part, have one of those today. Now, the federal court fortunately has a unified system called PACER, Public Access to Court Electronic Records. But each state has their own, and some states have very hard to navigate electronic filing systems. And so I will not be going through any court systems, but if you have the skills and the vocabulary, you should be able to navigate them, but you will need to learn whichever jurisdiction system that you're using. The other thing is that the legal research platforms do have access to many dockets and court documents. For the most part, it is entirely based on how easily accessible the jurisdiction's electronic filing system is. And so there, in the federal context, Bloomberg, Westlaw, and Lexis are building off of the PACER system. We are going to take a look at Bloomberg Law, in part because they have actually, this is one of the areas they have a pretty good system. And also they provide us with access to the dockets that is so low cost as to be virtually free. And so it's useful to take advantage of that resource while you're in law school. So first, let's actually take a look at PACER so you can see what these documents look like on the court's website. Now, on PACER, you can navigate to specific jurisdictions, or if you're running a case search across all jurisdictions, you can go to the PACER case locator. It is not the most user-friendly interface, but it has improved over the years. And so we are going to be able to look for individual cases. And so we can find cases by parties, but I'm going to search for a specific docket. And I'm going to look for Obergefell v. Kasich, which is 13 CV 00501. I'll use the Find Cases Advanced Search feature. And so here we see the case number, and oftentimes when looking for something via docket search, it's useful to see the acceptable formats, because as we saw, there are a lot of numbers and letters associated with a docket number. And so making sure we enter them correctly can be important to finding the right information. And here it's telling you what formats it's willing to accept, you know, whether or not you need to include a hyphen or not, and whether or not you need to include the case type or not. And you do need to obviously include either the title or a number in order to run a search. So I'm looking for 13 CV 00501. And here I get the results. And I've got 92 results. Now, I want you to think for a second back to the previous video and remember, why did I get 92 results when I entered a docket number? I hope you remembered. It's because docket numbers are used across jurisdictions. So even though each docket number is unique to its jurisdiction, there will be the same number repeated. And so we have 92 results because there are 92 13 CVs 00501, one for each district court in the United States. Well, I looked a little bit deeper, and I am looking for the Southern District of Ohio. And so I can scroll down until I find that. And so here is Ohio Southern District. And I can go into the docket report. And here I get the heading. Who are the attorneys? Who are the judges? If I scroll down, I can find all of the documents in the case, and I can download them here. Now, in terms of costs, every action on Pacer costs money. The charge is 10 cents per page, and that is how long a document would have been if you had printed it out. And so this page, this docket, is the equivalent of 11 pages to print. So it cost me $11 or $1.10. Now, don't worry about me, because if you spend fewer than $15 a quarter, you get no charge from Pacer. And also, there is a considerable push to get Pacer documents to be free. Hopefully, that'll happen via either the courts or the legislature sometime soon. As we've seen, though, the Pacer search database is not that great. And so I generally recommend, when searching for dockets, using one of the legal research platforms. And as I mentioned, we can use Bloomberg Law while you're in law school at free for you, is the way to think of it.